Respawn Entertainment seems to be pulling out all the stops going into Season 18 of Apex Legends, with the Neon Network Collection event delivering us quest content the likes of which we haven't seen in at least a year, and harkening back to the original Apex quest for the Broken Ghost. Oh, what's up you guys, I'm not amazing, I'm just mediocre, and we're here today to break down what exactly was revealed in the Kill Code lore trailer, as well as speculating just a little bit about what might be coming in the Neon Network Collection event. Now, this event appears to be the culmination of several seemingly separate plot threads, a couple of which I've recently covered on this channel: Maggie's escape from prison, and the lore behind Revenant Reborn. So definitely check out those videos if you haven't seen them already. But this Kill Code lore trailer deals more directly with the Lifeline and Maggie's storyline. On Lifeline's previous trip to Silva, she discovered one of Maggie's former associates had been doing Black Ops work for the Syndicate, and so she broke Maggie out of prison to help track him down. The pair team up with infiltration expert Loba Andrade and head to the planet Silva, where Maggie quickly gets the information out of her former associate. He points them to a facility deep in the wasteland, and the trio cautiously make their way inside. Loba suspiciously separates from the group while Lifeline hacks into the center console, and she discovers that there's facilities just like this all across the Outlands, while Maggie seemingly sets off the security system. Lifeline snatches the incomplete data, and the trio barely manage to escape with the assistance of Valkyrie, whom Loba had called upon for backup. However, as they fly off into the night sky, it is shown that Loba is hiding some technological trinket from the rest of the group. Now, if you haven't already guessed, this facility that the trio broke into is definitely one of the many warehouses that contain the thousands of copies of Revenant's body, one of which his consciousness will jump into upon the termination of his current robotic frame. And after seeing the small device in Loba's hands, which looks suspiciously like Revenant's eyeball, I can't help but believe that she was actually the one that set off the security system in the warehouse and not Mad Maggie. Loba is still consumed by her quest for vengeance against Revenant, and quickly realized where they were when the trio walked inside that facility. If you look closely, you can even see a discarded Revenant body laying on the ground that they passed in one of the hallways. That could definitely explain why Loba walked to some unseen console away from the rest of the group, and then only reappeared after the alarm bells started ringing. This theory is only further cemented by what was shown in the Neon Network Collection event trailer. This event will have you attempting to collect what they call compute nodes during your standard Battle Royale matches. Not only will these nodes help you unlock the cosmetic rewards, but they seem to also give you access to a Loba-based story mission along the same lines of the one we got for Bloodhound back in Season 10 and Bangalore in Season 13. We can see several glimpses of Loba traversing an abandoned facility, and it's heavily implied to be one of the many Revenant warehouses. This event is going to be taking place across the remainder of the season, so this will give us the story that takes place in between the trailer we got just a couple days ago and the one we will see on July 31st. But here comes the big question, of course. What the heck does all of this mean? Well, to wrap it up in a nice, tight, neat little bow, Lifeline and Maggie are in a race against time to figure out what exactly Silva wants to do with these abandoned Revenant warehouses, while Loba simply wants to destroy the robotic monster that murdered her parents. But there's someone else in this equation that we haven't actually talked about, and that's Crypto. You see, he actually helped Lifeline discover the information about this Syndicate Black Ops mission in the first place, when he was hiding in the bathroom of a charity gala at the Silva mansion. Afterwards, he said there'd be no more bathroom hacking for him, and he would set up some kind of encrypted server for her to download information onto after that point, which is seemingly what she is using during her attempt to download information from the server inside that Revenant warehouse. Crypto's voice presence in the trailer, as well as the theme of hacking data, leads me to believe that he's even more connected to this than we originally thought. And by Crypto's connection, I actually mean his long-lost sister, Mila. Recall that Crypto was framed for the apparent murder of his foster sister, but found out that she was alive and is attempting to prove his innocence with that fact. However, it was revealed in Season 14 via a conversation between Watson and Mila that the only reason she was able to stay alive was because she had begun working for the Syndicate herself. Watson promised to keep this secret from Crypto. However, his line in the trailer about secrets coming to the light leads me to believe that this secret about the truth of his sister's affiliation with the Syndicate is indeed going to come to light in some way or another. And personally, I wonder if Mila is actually going to betray the Syndicate and join her brother, or perhaps stay loyal to the Syndicate and betray Crypto instead. However, none of this explains what Torres Silva is up to with these Revenant warehouses. If you've seen my video on the lore of Revenant Reborn, then you'll know I theorized that Silva has had in his possession Revenant's source code since about the end of Season 14, when some unknown assailant was hired to steal it from Jamie, Loba's best friend. Silva has been further shown to have a keen interest in Revenant's remaining amount of bodies, as well as how often he's allowing his current robotic frame to be destroyed. My initial theory in the lore of Revenant Reborn was that Silva was trying to reprogram Revenant in some way in order to prolong his usefulness as an entertaining part of the Apex games. However, the recent development of Silva's character and reasoning in the lore trailer where he spoke to Ballistic leads me to believe that he's actually going to attempt to hijack Revenant's remaining bodies for his own purposes, as well as reactivate the warehouses and their function of producing Revenant's robotic bodies. When Torres Silva spoke to Ballistic in this recent lore trailer, he mentioned a threat to the Outlands that the people could neither perceive nor even attempt to understand, and that he was the only one capable of defending them from what danger would come. And I think it's entirely possible that Torres Silva views these 10,000 plus robotic assassin frames just sitting around doing nothing as the perfect deterrent for the threat that is coming to face the Outlands. If he could somehow manage to hack these facilities and take control of these Revenant bodies, he would have instant access to an army of thousands of deadly robotic soldiers spread all across the Outlands. But not only that, these were not just warehouses. In fact, they were production facilities meant to continually build an endless supply of Revenant bodies for his consciousness to jump into. If Silva can manage to reactivate these production capabilities, he'd be able to continually increase the amount of robotic soldiers at his command without putting any of his own people at risk, which is apparently what Silva is actually attempting to do. Despite all his apparent tyranny and destructive evil, Silva wants to protect the people of the Outlands and will do anything to accomplish that mission. But what do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think Silva really has planned? Do you think Lifeline, Maggie, and Loba can stop it? Do you think Crypto will discover the truth about his sister Mila? Do you think Loba will sabotage everything and cause this entire situation to go to hell in a handbasket? Definitely let me know. And if, like I said before, you haven't already seen my videos covering Maggie's recent break out of jail, as well as the lore of Revenant Reborn, make sure to click the videos you see on your screen right now. I hope to see you guys there. In the meantime, I'm not amazing, I'm just mediocre, and I'm out.